Okay, council, we're back in open council, and I'll get the general manager to read out the 4 recommendations of the confidential report.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. In regard to item CR 10.1, tender T03134, Hunter and Central Coast Council's renewable energy for large sites and street lighting, Council resolved that Council 1 award the contract in respect of tender number T03134 to tenderer A, as so named in the confidential report, subject to completion of a satisfactory due diligence assessment by the 30th of November 2021. Should that not be provided, then Council award the contract in respect of tender number T03134 to tenderer B, as so named in the confidential report, subject to completion of a satisfactory due diligence assessment by 31st December 2021. Item 2, publish full details of the successful tender on Council's website as soon as the contract has been entered into, in accordance with clause 179 of the Local Government General Regulation 2005. And 3, delegate authority to the General Manager to execute the contract and conduct all relevant functions under the contract. In regard to item CR 10.2, tender number 2 of 2022 sewer reline program tender evaluation, Council resolved that Council 1 accept tender 2 of 2022 from Abergildy for the investigation and relining of sewer mains for an estimated total lump sum of $939,930 inclusive of GST, subject to successful negotiation of the construction program. 2, delegate authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract up to and including 20% inclusive of GST of the total contract value without further approval from Council. And 3, delegate authority to the General Manager to execute all associated documents and perform all functions of the contract. In regard to item CR 10.3, tender number 7 of 2022, Scone Airport fencing tender evaluation, Council resolved that Council 1 accept tender number 7 of 2022 from Sunset Group Australia Proprietary Limited for the supply and construction of the Scone Airport perimeter fencing for a total lump sum of $409,119 inclusive of GST, and 2, provide delegated authority to the General Manager to conduct all relevant functions under the contract. In regard to CR 10.4, tender number 6, 2022, 9 Bridges tender evaluation, Council resolved that 1, Council accept tender number 6, 2022 from tenderer A as per table 4 in the report for the design and construction of the replacement of 9 bridges for a total lump sum of $3,762,164 inclusive of GST, subject to a satisfactory finding from a financial capacity report. And 2, provide delegated authority to the General Manager to approve variations to the contract to the value of 20% above the lump sum without Council approval. And 3, provide delegated authority to the General Manager to conduct all relevant functions under the contract.
Thank you, Mr General Manager. No more general business, councillors. We'll declare the meeting closed at 6:21. Thank you for your attendance.